What's up, guys? It's Reese here, and today we are gonna be ranking Rhea Ripley's PLE pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it. All her matches since joining on the main roster, including Mania 36. No NXT takeovers, no NXT Survivor Series 2019. So basically, Mania 36 onwards, her main roster PLE matches ranked from worst to best. I'll be honest, this was difficult. It was very, very hard. Because it's hard not to put all the matches through 2021, like matches with no crowds. It's hard not to put them at the bottom because I hate them all. Like, there are good matches in there, but I just don't like any of them because there's no crowd, and wrestling without a crowd is awful. So yeah, I'll just get into it. I think there are 22 matches. Yep, 22. Sorry, just got my list here. 22 matches from worst to best. Number 22. Rhea Ripley versus Natalya, Night of Champions 2023. This was obvious. It's like a minute long. It's not even a match. I don't hate it, to be honest. Rhea squashing Natalya makes sense to me. I know it got a lot of hate, but I think the fact it's on a pay-per-view is a bit weird. I think Rhea squashing Natalya on a Raw would have been better, and then doing the match they did on Raw at Night of Champions would have made more sense. But oh well, this match is what it is, a squash match, so you can't really put it above anything, I don't think. Number 21, Team Raw versus Team SmackDown 5-on-5 elimination match at Survivor Series 2021. This match sucked. I don't know why. It was just really disjointed and bad. Yeah, there's not really much else to say about it. I wouldn't recommend rewatching it. Survivor Series 2021 was a decent show. Very forgettable show, but not bad. The men's Fun Five match was decent. Big E Roman was very good, and Charlotte Becky was good as well. But yeah, that's it. Number 20, Women's Royal Rumble 2022, won by Ronda Rousey. Yeah, it was just a bit. It's made to look better by how bad the men's match is, because the men's match is, at best case scenario, boring. Worst case scenario, terrible. But yeah, and the women's match was bad too. It's just made to look better by how bad the men's match is. In hindsight, a bad winner, I think. And in the moment, I don't think people really hated the idea of Ronda Rousey winning as much as they say they did now. The return was pretty hype. You can see by the crowd reaction. I don't think she should have won. I think Sasha should have won, and Sasha went out early. I think that's what ruined it. Sasha was kind of dominating the match early on. She had the cool moment with Melina, and as soon as she went out, it just kind of fell apart. Yeah. It started well, fell off towards the end, and in hindsight, a bad winner. Not WrestleMania. Number 19. Sorry if I heard something. Number 19. The 4-way women's tag match at WrestleMania 38. Yeah. Which was Carmella and Zelina Vega defending their women's tag titles against Sasha Banks and Naomi, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, and Natalya, and it wasn't Tamina, that was the year before, Shayna Baszler, I think. Yeah, I was actually looking forward to this match going into Mania. I remember it just didn't get enough time. It was a bit of a mess, but good winners, I guess. I would have liked to see Rhea and Liv Morgan win. I think they're a really good team. But Sasha and Naomi were still good winners. Well, in the moment, were good winners. Obviously, we know what happened after. Yeah, it's just a really forgettable match, I guess. There's not really much in it. I believe that you should have put the tag titles on Rhea and Liv much earlier, like before Mania, gave them a short run, and then have Sasha and Naomi beat them at Mania in a 2-on-2 match. No disrespect to Carmella and Zelina, who were a decent team. They worked well together. And Natalya and Shayna, obviously, like, I'm not trying to take away their Mania spots, but I think the 2-on-2 tag match would have been better. I think those were the two best teams in it, and the two most interesting teams going into it. And I think Rhea and Liv should have got a tag title. Yeah. Number 18, Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez, Payback. I think this is where we start the solid to good to great matches, to be honest. I think we've moved past all the bad matches now. It's just, it's a solid match. I don't think it really made a star out of Raquel that they were hoping it would. It's fine. It's fine but forgettable, which I think sums up Payback 2023, to be honest. Good matches, but a forgettable pay-per-view overall. Number 17. Yeah, that's right. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley, Hell in a Cell 2021. Get used to hearing those two names together. They pop up quite a lot. This is the worst of their matches. Obviously hurt by lack of a crowd and a DQ finish. It's a okay match. It starts well, falls off towards the end, has an awful finish, and obviously no crowd to kind of hype up. I've literally just repeated myself there. There's not really much else to say about it. These two are destined to fight forever, I guess. I could see Charlotte actually being on to take the title off Rhea when she returns. I hope not, but I could see it. Number 16, Rhea Ripley versus Zoe Stark versus Shayna Baszler versus Nia Jax versus Raquel Rodriguez. Got that right, I think. Crown Jewel 2023. It's okay. It probably could have been better. I don't think anyone came out looking particularly great. It was just an okay 5-way match. There's not really much else to say. I say that for everyone, and there's not really much else to say, is there? Number 15, Rhea Ripley versus Zoe Stark, Survivor Series 2023. Similar to Rhea Ripley versus Raquel, although I'd say a better match. I don't think Zoe comes out looking like the star they want her to, but she looks good out in the match. But yeah, it is just like a filler match for Rhea Ripley, isn't it? While we wait for they were just kind of spinning the wheels till Becky at Mania, weren't they, at this point? It's an okay match. Yeah, okay match on a very good show, so that kind of makes it forgettable. Number 14, the Women's Elimination Chamber number 1 contender match 2022. Winner going on to face Becky Lynch at Mania for the title. I haven't written down the participants. I know Bianca Belair wins it, Rhea Ripley's in it. Off the top of my head, I'm going to say Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and I don't think Zelina Vega's in it. I have no idea. That's really going to annoy me. I would look it up, but I can't really just do that on video. It's Zelina or Natalya, I think. That's probably wrong, but that's what I'm going to go with. Maybe Bayley. Yeah, maybe. No, Bayley comes after Mania, doesn't she? Yeah, she comes to SummerSlam. Anyway. Yeah. It's a okay chamber match. Nothing special. Forgettable. It does what it needs to do. Gets Belair to Mania. Rhea Ripley doesn't do particularly anything great in it. I know it's focused on Rhea Ripley, but I'm talking about the match in general, not the performance. We'll move on. Number 13, Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte versus Asuka, Backlash 2021. It's, no crowd. That brings it down a lot. On paper, that match should be amazing. It's fine, obviously, and as I said, hurt by lack of a crowd. And maybe if you do the same match with a crowd, it might come off better. But that's not what happened, is it? It's okay. Number 12. Complete opposite. A great crowd brings the match up, I'd say. Rhea Ripley versus Zelina Vega. Yeah, the crowd being fully behind Zelina. It's short, but good. It's not a memorable match. The most memorable part of it is Zelina Vega just being like really popular and really emotional. It was cool for Zelina to get that spot in Puerto Rico, but the match isn't anything special. It's just short and kind of fun, I guess. Number 11, Rhea Ripley versus Finn Balor. Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor versus Edge and Beth Phoenix, Elimination Chamber 2023. A solid mixed tag match. There's all it is. I feel like hindsight, I don't like this whole Judgment Day Edge feud. Annoys me in hindsight because it feels like it wasn't even bad, but just the fact Balor lost and then Edge left and nothing good really came out of it. Good matches. Well, one good match, the I Quit match, Extreme Rules. The rest of the matches are pretty forgettable. But yeah, so this feud just kind of, I don't really have much positive. The most positive memory was at Crown Jewel because I was there, and Edge's entrance was really great. All-time great memory for me. But yeah, it's an okay match. Number 10, Rhea Ripley versus Asuka, WrestleMania 37. I feel like my memory of this is skewed because I was half asleep through this. Obviously, I live in the UK. WrestleMania can be a bit of a trek sometimes. Trying to stay up till like 5 a.m, maybe later. It's not easy. So occasionally I will get a match where I'm just not even paying attention. I'm struggling to keep my eyes open, and it's not because the match is bad anyway. That's just how it is. But rewatch, it's okay. It's not anything special. It's very much overshadowed by like Sasha versus Belair on night one, which was an all-time great women's Mania match. Just women's match in general. Just match in general, actually. It's okay. It's probably not as good as it should be between these two, but it was probably, also I'd argue, too early for Rhea to get that big spotlight. But she became a star in the end, didn't she? Number 9, Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair versus Nikki ASH, SummerSlam 2021. A decent triple threat with a good crowd at SummerSlam. Nikki ASH probably shouldn't have been the women's champion, let's be honest. It was a bad gimmick. I can see what they were trying to do. I take that gimmick, maybe, I don't know. Kids might have loved it, I don't know. To me, it was bad. But I'm not the target audience of that gimmick. But otherwise it's a fun match. Number 8, Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair, WrestleMania 36. A match that is very much hurt by lack of a crowd and the wrong winner that bring it down a lot. But I think that skews people's opinions of it because it is a very good match. It's not as good as other matches they're going to have. Well, it might be, but the other matches are in front of a crowd, so they seem a lot better. They probably are a lot better anyway. And they have, one of them has a better winner. But yeah, okay, moving on. Royal Rumble 2021, won by Bianca Belair. Rhea Ripley. This was actually Rhea Ripley's call up to the main roster, not main roster debut, because she would have been at Survivor Series and Mania 36, but this was her official call up. This show annoys me. There's 2 great Royal Rumble matches in 2021 that have no crowd, so have no rewatchability. And it's kind of annoying, especially with like the moments you get there, Bianca Belair winning, Edge winning, Christian returning. It would have been so cool to have a crowd for them. But it's what it is. It's just a good Royal Rumble that is brought down by lack of a crowd. Simple as that, and a great winner. Obviously, and Rhea comes out of it looking great. Number 6. I haven't written down what show this was at, and that's annoying me. Let me just have a quick look. It'll work here. Hell in a Cell 2022 is that. Judgment Day, which is at that time Edge, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley. against Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Liv Morgan. A very fun match. I didn't actually watch this live. I think I started watching it and just cut off before we got to this match because I was like just too tired to stay up. But yeah, rewatch it. Just a really fun match. I think everyone comes out of it looking good. Obviously, we know what happened with Judgment Day after. It went a bit weird, but it worked out in the end. It worked out for a bit. I feel like it's falling off a cliff now. I think they just need to stop Judgment Day soon. Hopefully, quickly after Mania. But I realised I was just playing with my mic there. You probably heard that. I'm not editing it out. Yeah, just a fun match. The start of the Liv Rhea story. Well, no, this isn't the start of the Liv Rhea story that should have gone to Mania. The start was their tag team going into Mania, and they should have faced each other this Mania. I'm not here to rant. Number 5, Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax, Elimination Chamber 2024. I love this match. This match is amazing. I've seen some negative, generally positivity around this match, but you get the occasional people who are just like, oh, but Nia Jax can't wrestle. I'm like, yeah, she can. She could before, and she's about 100 times better now. Yeah, she had a couple of injury mishaps before that happens, but she's much better now. And this was a great match with a great crowd. Rhea Ripley pulling out moves we haven't seen from her to just make it even more special. It's just a great match. Simple. This was the match I really like. I mean, Rhea was a star already, but I feel like this match and show and moment really cemented her as like the top star in the women's division over like Becky. Bella, Charlotte. Like, she is the top of the division now. Number 4, Royal Rumble, Women's Royal Rumble 2023, won by Rhea Ripley. Just a good Rumble in it. Liv Morgan's the finalist. Asuka's in the final 3. It might be Asuka was the runner-up and Liv Morgan. I can't remember. But yeah, it's just a good Royal Rumble with a great winner. Simple as that, really. Number 3, Rhea Ripley vs Charlotte, Money in the Bank 2021. A great match with a great crowd. Obviously, Money in the Bank was the first pay-per-view back that had a crowd, apart from Mania 37. Well, it had a full crowd. You had the SmackDown before Money in the Bank, but so the Money in the Bank crowd was electric. Yeah, so they were just into this a lot, and these two were really good on the night. It was a great match, much better than the previous match before this at Hell in a Cell and DQ. Charlotte won this. I think Charlotte won all their matches before Mania, to be honest, but oh well. Number 2, Team Bianca Belair versus Damage Control, Survivor Series War Games 2022. So Damage Control was Bayley, Io, Dakota, Rhea Ripley, Nikki Cross. Team Belair, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Becky Lynch, and Mia Yim, I'm going to say. I think that's right. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Yeah, because Becky Lynch returned from injury, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just a great match. I think the men's matches, they're very different, aren't they? This was like, the two matches were very polar opposite. One was just a spot fest, in a good way. That's not like an insult. The women's match was more of a spot fest, and the men's match was more of a story. Yeah, so, just, yeah. I don't think we've had a bad War Games match yet on the main roster. I feel like it's difficult to have a really bad War Games match in like modern wrestling, considering how like athletic they all are. Number 1, I feel like this was obvious, right? WrestleMania 39, Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the women's title. Rhea Ripley wins. Just, for me, the greatest women's match in WrestleMania history, which is a big statement considering you've got Becky versus Belair, Sasha versus Belair, Sasha, Becky, Charlotte at Mania, Charlotte, Asuka. Like, there's so many great matches, and I think this is the best of the bunch. Should it have main evented? It could have, but I think if you put this or the Usos, like this or Sammy and Kevin versus the Usos, either work really. Like I think either would have been a perfectly good choice as the main event, especially in hindsight, considering they're both like really great. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good list of matches, to be honest. And I don't think she's not even near her prime yet. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where Rhea versus Becky fits into that list. I think Becky seems to get a lot of unnecessary hate recently. People seem to forget that she is still one of the best of all time, and still currently one of the best. But, people are going to hate, aren't they? Just how it is in the internet and in wrestling, and oh well. But yeah, Rhea Ripley's a star. And yeah, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, let me know any other ranked lists you want to see. I've got Randy Orton's WrestleMania matches coming out. I'll be doing WrestleMania predictions. I'm going to do like a quick TikTok and some full in-depth video. But yeah, I will see you next time.